Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be going over the career of the girl group Hello Venus, what happened to the girls after they disbanded, and how not one but two companies failed to give them what they deserved. Before I start, I'm sorry if you hear any background noise. The weather has been insane for the past 2 days or so, and I was trying to wait for a good time to record, but I think this is gonna be as good as it's gonna get for a while since I want to try to get this video up. But besides that, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just get into this because I'm very excited to record this video. So let's just start right now. The girl group Hello Venus started as a collaboration project between Pledis Entertainment and Fantagio Entertainment. Two of the members that debuted in Hello Venus, Yu Ara, also just called Ara, and Yunjo, were actually a part of Preschool Girls, which was a group of trainees that would be potential additions to the Pledis girl group after school. Ara was actually a part of the 2011 Happy Pledis album, which was a charity single album made by artists under Pledis. But when it came to pick a new member to be added officially into after school, neither Ara or Yunjo ended up being picked, and instead a member we know now is Young was added into after school. Another member of Hello Venus with the stage name Lime was supposed to be in another girl group prior to her debut in Hello Venus. Lime was in a lineup for a group called Viva Girls, along with names that you might know from the K-pop industry. Apparently with Lime, other girls from the lineup were 9muse's Kyungri, Cosmic Girls Sola and Exy, Stella's Hyo Eung, Dalchapet's Huhee, and Kiss and Cry's So Yumi. Of course, this was before they were even known to be in all these groups, but the company started facing financial issues and the group never ended up debuting, and the girls all went their separate ways. Another member that would debut in Hello Venus worked as a solo artist under the name Ora in 2010. Hello Venus was announced as a 7-member girl group prior to their debut, but one of the girls, Nicole, a trainee who had also been in the Preschool Girls with Ara and Yunjo, ended up leaving Pledis before Hello Venus ever debuted. In mid-April of 2012, Hello Venus was announced to be debuting with a teaser image, and the group also had their own official website. The 6 members were Yu Ara, or as I said, called Ara, Yunjo, both being from Pledis, and Alice, Nara, Lime, and Yu Young from Fantagio. Although from 2 different companies, they promoted under a separate company called Tricell Media. The girls debuted with their first mini album called Venus on May 9th of 2012 with the title track of the same name. Prior to filming the music video for their title track, Yunjo got injured and therefore could not participate in all of the scenes in the music video. Also, just some fun info about the music video. If you look closely at the extras in the video, you can spot NU'EST, who was recently debuted at that time, and trainees from Pledis that will later debut in the boy group 17. Then quickly after their debut on July 4th, Hello Venus released a digital single called Like a Wave. They used the single to promote their re-release of their debut album Venus. The group then released their second extended play called What Are You Doing Today on December 12, 2012 with a title track of the same name. They promoted the song for over a month and finished promos in late January of 2013, and 3 days after they finished that promotions, they started promoting a B-side of the album called Romantic Love. After some time, Hello Venus released their album Would You Stay for Tea on May 2nd of 2013. Just after this comeback, it was announced that Hello Venus would have their first solo concert in late June of 2013. According to articles, the tickets for the concert sold out in 1 minute. Due to this, another date was added on June 23rd. And then on August 13th, the Hello Venus live album 2013 was released, the album being the group's first live album. After a small break from activities, it was suddenly announced on July 31st of 2014 that the collaboration between Pledis and Fantagio would be terminated. And with that termination, Pledis would basically take back Yu Ara and Yunjo back to the company, while the other 4 would stay under Fantagio as Hello Venus. And the group would now stop promoting under Tricell Media and would just be a group under Fantagio. This was really sudden and it all happened in one day. The 6-member girl group became a 4-member girl group in an instant. The group went silent for a while until around mid-September when Fantagio announced that Hello Venus would be coming back soon. It was also reported that the comeback would be a collaboration with the Brave Brothers, and it was also reported that new members would be added into the group. Just over a month later, on October 22nd, 2014, Fantagio announced that 2 new members, Seoyoung and Yeoreum, would be joining Hello Venus, and the company also mentioned that the group would be coming back next month. On November 6th, 2014, Hello Venus released their single Sticky Sticky. With this comeback, the group's concept had taken a turn to a more mature and sexy concept. Just after this comeback, Fantagio announced that Hello Venus would have another comeback at the start of 2015. The girls came back with another sexy single called Wiggle Wiggle. Just like Sticky Sticky, this song was produced by Brave Brothers. The music video ended up getting a 19+ rating for being too provocative, and the choreo had to be changed on broadcasting stations for being, again, too provocative. Then, Hello Venus released their 5th mini-album, I'm Ill, on July 22nd of 2015, promoting it with the title track of the same name. And once again, this comeback's title track was produced by Brave Brothers. Almost a year later, Fantagio announced their comeback with the single Glow. The song was a collaboration between Hello Venus and a producing and writing team called Divine Channel. This group of songwriters are behind songs like EXO's Baby Don't Cry, Fantasy by VIXX, Blind by 4 Minute, and they even co-wrote BTS's song Fire. This collaboration song was released on May 10th of 2016. Then in July, it was announced that Hello Venus would be doing another collaboration with Divine Channel. The second collab was a song called Paradise, released on July 18th. In early November of that same year, a third collaboration single called Runaway was released. At the end of 2016, it was reported that Hello Venus was getting ready for a comeback. That comeback was the mini-album called Mystery of Venus, and it was released on January 11th, 2017. The mini-album had the title track of Mysterious, then it had the 3 collaboration singles Glow, Paradise, and Runaway as the B-sides. This was the last time Hello Venus would ever have an official group comeback. In 2018, Fantagio started a project called FM 201.8, where artists under the company would make singles to show off their talent. Of course, Hello Venus did participate in some of the songs. The first song in the project was called 20-something and it was sung by Alice. The third single in the project, called Run to You, was sung by Seoyoung and Yeoreum. Then Lime sung the 7th single on the project called Miss You, and lastly, for the 11th and last song, all of Hello Venus along with Vicky Miki and Astro sang together for a song called All I Want. The company put all of the songs onto a special album called FM 201.8 and released it with All I Want as a title track. Sadly, on April 26th of 2019, Fantagio confirmed that the group would be disbanding on May 8th due to the members' contracts expiring. Fans and onlookers alike agree that the way Pledis and Fantagio handled Hello Venus was a mess and unfair to the girls. First, let's talk about Pledis and their collaboration with Fantagio. If you have seen my video on Pledis Entertainment, you probably know that that company is a mess and was even more back in those days. This group was very anticipated. I mean, come on, Pledis was home to an amazing girl group after school and the newly debuted group NU'EST. Now, looking back on Pledis' so-called collabs with other companies haven't gone over too well. Because, if you don't know, in 2013, Pledis started a collaboration with Weihua Entertainment for a subunit of NU'EST called NU'EST M, which was supposed to promote in China. This collab went basically nowhere. They did like 2 promotions in China and it quickly ended. And on top of that, apparently the NU'EST members were treated horribly while working under the 2 companies in China. So why am I not surprised that the collab between Pledis and Fantagio didn't work out either? Well, there's a few theories, and the one I want to bring up is the one that a lot of people bring up, which is, of course, the loss of revenue and the money struggles that Pledis was facing. Although it is not as bad as some people say it was still bad. Back in 2012, Pledis lost 940 million won, and in 2013 they lost 260 million won in revenue. Although they still had groups like After School, Orange Caramel, and Newest, as well as some solo artists, they weren't making a lot of money. But why would you pull your idols from a group that was doing pretty well for themselves? It also wouldn't make sense that if it was due to money, because the company was about to debut 17. But as some people have speculated, maybe they pulled Ara and Yeonju out of Hello Venus to save their money for the upcoming debut of 17. Then there was the issue with lack of promotions while under both companies. The girls had a comeback with Would You Like Some Tea in May of 2013, and then had no comeback until the company split in July of 2014. I am sure that it probably had something to do with the fact that Pledis and Fantagio wanted to end things, but still, just because you're having some issues doesn't mean that you should just leave the group until you've figured it out. That's not how K-pop works. In such a competitive genre like K-pop, you can't just let a group disappear for a year, because it's almost never a good sign. And stuff like concerts, although a good thing for fans to go and see their idols live, was not done very well. The solo concert I mentioned earlier was a mess in many ways. The two companies had promised fan goods for fans to purchase at the concert, but no goods were ever sold. On top of that, the concert was supposed to be streamed live on Africa TV, but for some reason it was edited and half of the concert material, like actual performances, were not shown live. The fans were also promised a photo book after the concert, but that never got delivered. I don't think we'll ever really know why Pledis and Fantagio split up, but we know that they were not doing a great job even though they were two companies. But what about afterwards, when Fantagio took over Hello Venus? Surely it had to be better then, right? Well, after Fantagio took over the group, for some reason they took a complete turn concept-wise. From the cuter concept of Would You Stay for Tea to a more sexy concept of Sticky Sticky, it was a huge change. Changing your concept to a sexier concept is something that some groups and companies do to try to get more attention or even as a last resort. Some examples I can think off the top of my head are EXID and Stellar. But even though they changed their concepts, their numbers would still eventually start going down over time. Their debut song, Venus, peaked at 35 on the Gaon chart with over 600,000 digital sales. Their last song under both companies, which was Would You Stay for Tea, peaked at 33 with almost 300,000 digital sales. Meanwhile, their comeback Sticky Sticky only peaked at 87 with under 50,000 digital sales. And then Wiggle Wiggle and I'm Ill peaked at 66 and 104 respectively and sold between 32,000 and 35,000 digital sales. And then the numbers just dropped even more. Glow only had 10,000 digital sales and Paradise only had around 8,000 digital sales. All the songs they promoted under Pledis and Fantagio appeared on the Billboard K-pop Hot 100, but none of the songs promoted after the split even got onto that chart. Now, I'm not going to say this is because of the split. I think it's more the mix of people not liking the sexier concept, the fact that Hello Venus disappeared for a year and then 2 members left and 2 members were added. I think it's more a mix of that. And then they did it again after Hello Venus released their album Mystery of Venus in January of 2017. The girls never had a comeback and disbanded in May of 2019. Besides the collaboration they did with Weki Miki and Astro, from what I can tell, the girls didn't do anything as Hello Venus. Why, you might ask? Well, I don't have an official answer, but I think I can take a guess. Astro debuted in early 2016 and Weki Miki debuted in August of 2017. So with 2 new groups to take care of, it was probably just too much for the company. It kind of feels like they got newer and shinier groups that the public had more interest in, so they decided to not care as much for their older group since it wasn't making as much money. Fantagio was mostly a company for actors. It wasn't a company for idols or groups. So when they took on Hello Venus on their own, it was probably, most likely, all pretty new to them, and they didn't know what was best to do. Another interesting thing is that after around 2013 or 2014, Hello Venus almost completely stopped going to variety shows and reality shows. From 2012 to 2013, Hello Venus, or members of the group, appeared on at least 17 shows, but from 2014 to 2015 they only appeared in 7 shows, and from that until disbandment they only appeared in 2 shows in 2017, at least from the information I can find. Now I will add, even though Fantagio did a lot of mistakes when it comes to Hello Venus and a lot of talent went to waste, both idol and acting wise, I think that if Hello Venus had somehow moved to Pledis, this group would have been worse off. Like, let's say that for some reason the 4 members that were under Fantagio decided to move to Pledis and promote as Hello Venus. The group would have probably been so much worse off. The way Pledis handled their groups up until that point would have been probably the same for Hello Venus, maybe even worse, since they weren't the biggest girl group ever. If you look at the way they treated After School, one of their biggest second-gen girl group, and Newest, one of the biggest rookie groups from that time, Pledis gave up on both of those groups for no reason. Most people online agree that Pledis would have butchered Hello Venus if they stayed under them. Before I stop this tangent, I also want to point something else that I hadn't realized until looking into this group. From 2012 to 2019, Hello Venus never got a full album. They got 5 mini albums, 1 live album, 1 single album, and 4 digital singles. And note one of those mini albums, Mystery of Venus, only consisted of 1 new title track and 3 of the digital singles that they had released before. 7 years and not 1 full album? The boy group under Fantagio, Astro, who debuted in 2016, like I mentioned before, has not 1 but 2 studio albums. Although Wikimiki does not have a full album, so maybe the company just hates women. Since I don't want to leave this video on a negative note, let's talk about what the group members of Hello Venus did since they joined Hello Venus and after the group disbanded. Let's start with the 2 Pledis members that sadly left the group very early. Yu Ara, as I mentioned before, left after Pledis and Fantagio terminated their collaboration. Just a few months after the collaboration was terminated, it was revealed that Yu Ara had left Pledis and joined another company called Urban Works Entertainment. In 2015, she played a lead in a Japanese musical remake of a Korean drama called Moon Embracing the Sun. Other than this, I couldn't find too much on her. I assume she's just living her life. She does have an Instagram and she posts on there a bit, but I can't really tell you more than that about what she's up to these days. Just like with Yu Ara, there isn't too much to know about Yoonjo. At least from the research I made, the only outstanding thing is that in 2017, she joined the idol rebooting show The Unit. A quick note, I know I tease you guys a lot about a video on The Unit, and don't worry, it's slowly in the works. Anyway, back to Yoonjo. She originally didn't make it through auditions in the show, however, along with a handful of other idols, she was brought back to join the show, and she even ended up making the final lineup of the contestants, ending in 4th place. She was the only girl in the final lineup who had not originally passed the audition. The girl group formed from The Unit is called Unity, and they debuted on May 18th of 2018, and then the group disbanded on October 12th of 2018. From other sources, I found she also joined some musical theater productions, but besides that, she doesn't seem to be up to too much, but she is active on Instagram. Now on to the members that were in the final lineup of Hello Venus, starting with Alice. As I mentioned before, Alice used to be a solo singer under the name Ora, but then she left that company and joined Fantagio. She had signed a 7-year contract with that company in August of 2009 and began promotions as a solo artist, but a year later, the singer and the company started bumping heads. She told the agency that the clothes that she was being given were not suited for her, and she couldn't perform in them properly, and she asked again and again to get new outfits. The company apparently refused to do this due to financial issues. Then in July of 2010, her music video got a 19+ rating for the revealing outfits, as well as the choreography that was deemed too suggestive. So in 2011, Alice got legal help to try to terminate her contract with the agency. In a statement, Alice said, quote, "The agency did not provide the support, including lodgings and trainings, that had been verbally promised, and during the period of my contract, I was frequently defamed and made to feel ashamed by the CEO," end quote. She then joined Fantagio and in 2012, but a former agency decided to file a lawsuit against her for compensation, a 80 million won compensation. The agency claimed that they had provided vocal and dancing lessons as well as music video production, but said that she would not show up to scheduled appearances. During the lawsuit, she claimed that the company did not give her the 2 million won down payment that she was promised, and she said that she was also not provided with opportunities and locations for training. She also spoke up about how her agency would make her entertain at parties. They would give her embarrassing outfits, and she felt like the trust between them had been damaged. So on April 30th of 2018, the courts ruled against the agency and in Alice's favor. The courts had stated that the company has indeed stopped providing support and they did not pay her the down payment there, and they said that there was no evidence of the claims the agency had made against her. So after Alice left Fantagio and in 2019, she signed with a new agency called Kingsland Company to continue as an actress under her birth name, Sung Joo Hee. She did some acting in dramas while she was in Hello Venus, but she also did stuff after leaving. She has done some theater, musical theater, OSTs, and she was in a drama recently called The Goddess of Revenge. She also has an Instagram that she posts onto regularly. Next up, let's talk about Nara. While she was still in Hello Venus, she picked up some acting roles. She got her first major acting role in a romance drama called Suspicious Partner. Then she was cast in another drama like My Mr. Your Honor, and then she got her first leading role in early 2019 in a drama called Dr. Prisoner, and she actually won an award for Best New Actress for her role in that drama. Just a few weeks after Hello Venus disbanded, she signed with a new agency called A-Man Project. In 2020, she scored a role in a drama based on a webtoon called Itaewon Class. This drama got very popular, and I wouldn't be surprised if you knew what that drama was. It actually ended up becoming the 7th highest rated Korean drama on cable TV. She, just like the other girls, is active on Instagram. When I started looking into Lime and her activities, I got very confused, as her Instagram was gone and she seemed to have disappeared. But then I learned that she changed her stage name. So Lime decided to re-sign with Fantagio once Hello Venus had disbanded. When she announced that she would be staying under the company, she also announced that she would be changing her name to Che Ju-hwa and work as an actress from now on. She did do a little bit of acting while she was in the group, but now it is her main focus. She scored a role in a drama called Touch in 2020, and she is active on Instagram. She just changed her ad, and I was just being dumb not figuring that out sooner, so yeah. When the girls' contracts were up for renewal, Yoo Young was one of the girls who didn't re-sign immediately. But then it was announced that she would be staying under Fantagio. She now goes by the name Lee Hwa-gyum, and she also works as an actress. She was in 2 dramas in 2019 called When the Devil Calls Your Name and The Queen, Love and War, and she's also in the cast for an upcoming drama called Monthly House. Once again, she is also active on Instagram. Now for the 2 members that joined after Pledis and Fantagio terminated their collaboration. First off, So Young. She stayed under Fantagio after Hello Venus disbanded, and she appeared in the musical called Superman Embracing the Moon. She was also in a musical called Singing in the Rain before disbandment, and then she came back for a new season in 2019. And she has also been in some immersive theater for a production of The Great Gatsby. I also believe she acted in some kids material last year, and she is also very active on Instagram. Last but not least is Yeoreum. She also stayed under Fantagio, and she changed her name to Yoo Na-gil to start her career as an actress. So far, she has been working as guest roles or in smaller roles. She appeared in 2 dramas called Love Naggers 3 and also another one called A Strange School Story. She also appeared in a web drama called A Mermaid Prince 2, and then she did some theater in 2019 and 2010. Like with all the other girls, she is also active on Instagram. But that's gonna be it for this video. I know a lot of people got upset that I didn't include Hello Venus in my Pledis video, And I know, I am sorry. I was thinking about it, but then I thought that they mostly spent their time under Fantagio, so I would leave them out of the playlist video. But I also wanted to make a video separately on them, so I'm kind of glad I left them out since I had a chance to make this video. I sadly never really got into the group until I saw Wiggle Wiggle and Sticky Sticky, but I never became a huge fan. So as someone who regretted not checking them out, I highly recommend that you guys check out their videos or maybe some songs. They have a pretty small discography for a group that was around for 7 years, but most of their songs are pretty good. But that's basically all I have for today. But before I go, let's have some fun in the comments. If you made it to the end of the video, let's leave a green emoji in the comments since Halloween's fandom color is lime green. Also, since you're down in the comments, tell me if you've ever listened to Halloween's, and if so, what songs you have listened to and liked. Also, if you want to have a say in what my next video is about, then I highly recommend that you keep an eye out for my community tab, since I let you guys vote on there all the time. Lastly, huge thank you to Unbeasco on Twitter for giving me some insight into the group. Their Twitter, along with all of my other sources, will be linked down below. But, okay, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Thank you all so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.